this week on the Anime Alchemist podcast.
There have been a lot better dubs recently, and you mentioned that a little while ago too. Like,
Yeah,
sometimes
dub has gotten like dubbing, like English dubbing has gotten really good over the past couple of years.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed, like there's more hits than misses.
A Pokemon game is going to run you about $75 to $80
For the Switch.
a new one, or for a DS game.
Oh, for a DS game? Oh, depending on which one you're looking, shit.
It could run up to like 200.
Mm-hmm.
That's more than the game,
wow.
and you're going to get way more enjoyment out of this game
Mm-hmm.
that they're still developing. It's in beta. Like
Yeah.
there's going to be other features added. It's going to be more polished. If it's glitchy, those glitches are going to start going away. Pokemon needed the competition.
Yep.
They have been giving
Like real
us
competition.
mediocre games for years, and I've been buying those games and supporting them because I love the Pokemon company, and I was hoping that one day maybe we would get something better. Now Palworld kind of has me questioning that. We want new,
Yeah.
and we don't want just new designs or a new region. We want a new experience of gameplay. That's what Palworld is giving us. That's what Nintendo has not given us.
Welcome back to the Anime Alchemist podcast. My name is Emory.
My name is Gary.
My name's Martine.
It's episode 117. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, whether it's on Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, or Spotify. Drops every Wednesday. If you guys don't know, excuse me, you guys can subscribe. You guys can also review us, and you guys can kind of give your own little, I guess, description about us, or you guys want to talk some shit, you guys want to give like a review, go for it. We drop the video on YouTube every Thursday. Anime Alchemist Podcast. Great place to like, subscribe, and turn those notifications on. Leave a comment there. Come on, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we want to know what you guys think. We want to know what we can do to be better.
Yeah, tell us that you hate our opinions and tell me why. If not, I'm just gonna assume that you think everything we say is fine. So we're just gonna
Yeah,
keep
exactly. Yeah.
talking random shit.
Because if you guys think we read like all the comments on TikTok, y'all are high.
Yeah, that's a lot of comments. I read a lot of them, but
No.
I will read all of the YouTube ones. The TikTok ones are way too much to read.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, I keep up with the Instagram ones, but with TikTok,
It's just too many.
I'm
Sometimes.
just scared of spoilers.
That too. There's no way to avoid it.
Yeah.
I've been spoiled so many times. It's just like a random thing.
For those of you though that listen to this podcast on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and stuff like that, if you guys leave comments, I want you guys to know we do see them.
Yeah.
We 100% we do see them. Like, it's up to us whether or not we are allowing other people to see them. So I want you guys to know, if you ever gotta leave a comment, trust me, we see them. We post them. I promise.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, spoiler warning.
Yeah. Spoiler warning. And spoiler warning is 10% off on G Fuel. Remember to use that code.
Use the link in our description for additional discounts. Let's talk about some anime.
What's my anime?
Um,
A lot of anime. That,
yeah,
I was
a
about
lot
to
of
say.
anime we've actually been watching recently. One. Okay, I just want to like throw this in there. Just want to slide this in there because I realize like I think all three of us might have been slept on this one. It's the it's the daily life of the Immortal King.
That title sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm. And it's comical. I think you would really like it because I love the narrator. The narrator talks.
Okay. Is it kind of like a Love is War type thing where like the narrator is a character
yes,
also?
yes.
Okay.
Um,
I fuck with that shit. It's always.
but like the show's 100% like self-aware of itself.
Okay.
Like, one of my favorite things that they do is that anytime the main character is gonna pop off, somebody will take note and be like, "Where's that theme music coming from?"
No way, really?
Yes.
Oh, it like breaks the fourth wall and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, but
Give me a genre. Give me a rundown.
Fantasy.
yeah,
Fantasy, isekai, just fantasy.
I personally I kind of think it's like a reverse isekai.
Were they
But,
come to
like-
our world?
Yeah, they haven't like the most I can give you to this kid's background is he walked out of his mom.
Come again?
You heard me.
You heard him.
What? What do you
He
mean?
walked out of his mom.
As a baby?
Yes. On the day of his birth,
Was he like self-aware as a?
I'm guessing so.
So some like
He's like-
Rudius Mushoku Tensei type shit.
Yeah, but then
Not to that
like
extent,
he's
though.
Not to that. It's
No,
not
no.
that deep.
but like he was already like, I can walk. I'm,
Did he talk to?
He was just OP. He's just OP. He's built different. He's OP from the start. It's one of those like, hey, he's gonna be really, really strong, but he like plays off like he's not strong.
But he doesn't want people to know that he's that strong.
Okay, so he's hiding it from everyone.
Yeah, he's Saitama.
Yeah.
Okay. So like what? Okay, what else does he like grow up and
Yeah,
in
like
the world?
okay, like so like the world the world believes that like when they got attacked by a demon king, this like one hero saved the day, but only the demon king, that one hero, and the kid know what really happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
the demon king like knocked his chips out of his hands, pissed him off, so he one shot it.
Really?
Yeah,
That's okay.
right. And so,
But I'm guessing they like blow it up and make this whole
but,
like
but
tale of
the
like
kid,
the
but
hero.
the hero gets all the credit, and like
Yeah.
he creates a school so that he could like hopefully one day track this kid down. 'Cause he wants him to be his master, low key.
Okay.
Okay, when they go to the school, they have a whole testing system like to gauge how powerful you are. It's essentially the spirit like of the demon king.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and so like over the years, people have been going there and testing their strength up against this massive monster.
Right. Yeah.
And over the time, it's actually been collecting their energy. So the moment that like this kid's ready to go to school and like test his power up against it, the frog's like, oh, I'm right there. I'm about to be like released. Just need like one more good hit. That last one was like so like super potent. And then like as he's giving this speech, he's like, wait a minute. Wait, no, I know this sound. It's his theme music.
Oh my god.
And he like steps in and he's in his head. He's just like, I probably need to give like a 400 range to like fly under the radar.
That reminds me of like the Dragon Ball Z stuff when they had to like punch the
Yes,
thing like
yes.
super soft so they wouldn't give away that they're all like insanely powerful.
But like
He
when
was
he,
just like,
when he went to go do it, the frog essentially flinched. So what ended up happening was portrayed way differently to everybody else than like what actually like he flinched and flew back. Everybody was like, and like it fucked with their system.
Yeah.
So they didn't know what happened. So they were just like, yeah, he's strong.
Yeah, he's just strong.
Yeah, put him in the elite class.
Okay. That's kind of funny. It's different than a
And
typical fantasy.
there is a low-key love interest. And trust me, like the first season, like you're gonna watch it and be like, wait, what the fuck? How did we get to this point? What's going on? But then by the end, if the kid can just reset the world as he pleases.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Psyche K?
No, but I've been wanting to. I always heard that one was really good, and y'all have recommended it to me. Other people have too.
It's like that, but a little bit more fantasy and a little bit more hardcore and dramatic. Like there's like an actual villain in it that causes a lot of it leads to a mass domino effect that results in like his full power being released, his emotions fully being released, and his love interest dying.
spoiler alert. God
Christ.
damn.
Trust me, but like that's just the first season. She doesn't fully die.
Spoiler alert.
Like-
God damn.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got it under control.
That's okay, but it does.
You
sound
started
kinda
asking
interesting,
so many
though.
questions. I was like, oh, he sounds really interested. So I just started opening.
Well,
up.
that sounds like a funny concept. So
It is like it's got a good balance of like comedy with action
okay.
and just a splash of like romance. It's nice. Like it's
Yeah,
like,
it
just by the
covers
first-
different genres at least to interest other people. So
Okay, in my opinion, if you're some like shonen like junkie and like you need to kind of branch off into like different genres, this would be a good one.
Okay. And name one more time.
It is the
Misfit of Demon.
daily life of the Immortal King.
Daily Life of the Immortal King.
Mhm.
Oh, well.
Life.
It's got like 4 seasons.
Oh, okay. So it's been going for a little bit then.
Yeah.
I thought this was like a brand new one that just came out.
No.
Okay,
The
cool.
dub's good.
Oh, I love a good dub, bro.
It's a good dub.
So got me to watch Mashle. So
We're gonna save that discussion
That's
for
been
another
good
day.
too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's been so goddamn good.
did you know Amalee was in it?
Is she Lemon?
No,
Oh.
she's Lauren, I think. Remember the one that was trying to like seduce Dot and then like ends up being like a bitch. Oh God, she does such
My
a good job. Amalee, I don't know if you're gonna hear this again, but like you do such a good job. I'm just saying.
Hey man, you're in charge of this video, so
Yeah.
it's like
This is true.
I'm that this shot up on my like how much I
Dude,
love this anime.
I
more.
fucking like I heard her talk and I'm like, I know that voice. Hold on a second. And I heard her like keep talking. It sounded very much like her Monarch persona that she does, the VTuber thing. And I'm like, dude, I hear it. Like I know that voice, and I had to look it up while I was watching. And I'm like, I fucking knew it. It's my girl.
Damn it, we're super fans.
I'm sorry. It's just her voice is very recognizable. Like
It is.
I
At
love
this
hearing
point,
her
it is.
in any anime. Honestly,
I'm so pumped. I still want to meet her so bad.
me too. We gotta try to.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll see you at Animeverse, Bo.
That's for another day.
Carry on.
But one anime that me and Gary, like, I'm a little bit behind, but he's been watching it, but it's really good. Undead Unwanted Adventure.
Okay.
The way we described this to you back in the day, or like a couple weeks back, was the dude essentially got brooked.
Okay. And since that he died, comes back to life as a skeleton.
Yes.
Exactly.
In a fantasy world.
Okay.
But like his essentially like what he is has changed. Like he's not just like this adventurer. Like starts off like as a skeleton and then like becomes like a ghoul. But like he's slowly trying to like acquire what is it?
Platinum
Panties.
platinum rank.
He's trying to like rank. Yeah, he's trying to reach like a certain rank, so that like his, I guess like his level of like essentially mana restores, so that like he can actually possibly get like a proper body.
Okay.
Oh no! Oh, what you're talking about? Okay, what I was talking about is like his dream as an adventurer was to become a platinum rank adventurer, right?
Gotcha.
But what he's talking about is like, so you know, he's a skeleton, and he has the ability to essentially evolve. So like he can evolve what he is.
Like a level up type thing, or literally like evolve
Literally
or something?
evolve. So say like if he was
Like the Mummy.
like if he was a goblin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just a basic goblin, then it would evolve into like a hobgoblin,
Okay.
right? And then possibly into like an ogre
Mm-hmm.
or something like that, right? Over time, you know, if they gain XP, so like view it as like, oh, well, he has this evolution tree.
Okay.
As a monster though, low-key.
Yeah, as a monster though. So he's a skeleton. He's trying to get back to being as human as possible. So he's trying
He
to
has to work his way kind of like up through the evolutions and shit.
yeah, he's trying to become a vampire so he can live back amongst humans because he still wants to be a platinum rank adventurer, but you know he was a skeleton.
Well, does it explain like is it like he died? Well, first let me ask fantasy again. I'm assuming, and
Fantasy.
then so he dies and just how does he get reincarnated as a skeleton, or do you just come back
He
to life?
finds this
Does.
dungeon, right? And he's like in this dungeon, he finds this hidden area. Like he discovers a new area to the dungeon, right? And as an adventurer, of course, you're going to explore it first. You're not going to go report it. You're going to try to get all the loot for yourself. He goes in, this crazy looking dragon awakens and it eats him. And then he wakes up as a skeleton later on.
Okay.
And the dragon's gone.
It's as good of an explanation as I could ask for, honestly.
In the
Like,
most
okay.
recent episode, he went back there too. So like we're kind of in the dark too about what's going on. It's fun, like the mystery. They're also trying to figure out like how he evolves, and what exactly goes into determining what he becomes in that chain of evolution. It's interesting that, and they know how to animate some big titties. Just saying.
There it is. Okay. Well.
Come for the plot.
Stay for the titties.
Hey man, it's a good business model for anime.
Another one that we started, and man, this one just hits different, and
It's fun.
Hear us out when you hear the name.
Dude,
Okay.
it's dubbed. It's dubbed. We watched it on Netflix dubbed. And like we started it dubbed. I don't typically do that, but it was pretty good.
What makes you want to decide to start something dubbed or start it subbed? Like when do you make that choice?
Yeah, that is a question I was not prepared for.
I'm just kind of curious. Yeah.
I guess it depends how seriously I take the story. You know, if it's something that I really, really appreciate and enjoy, and like maybe I'm a fan of the original work or the manga or something like that, and I have reference, then I'll likely watch it subbed because it'll be
Truer to
close to what it actually is supposed to be, rather than being like a translation and then possible localization of the script.
Okay, that's actually a really good answer, honestly. Because like I was talking to, and I was saying that sometimes when I pick a dub versus, a sub, if it's a new show for me, the reason I pick dub is for conveniency, right? Like if I'm not fully invested in like the story right away, or I'm not like super, super eager to watch it right away, I think the dub makes it easier for me to give it a chance because I don't have to sit down and focus and watch it. Like when I watch sub, I can't watch that when I'm out and about, right? I have to like be at home or in front of a screen like a computer or something and watch it there, right? Because I have to read the subtitles. But with a dub, I can kind of multitask, I can do a lot of different things. And I don't know, sometimes like there have been a lot better dubs recently. And you mentioned that a little while ago too. Like
dub has gotten like dubbing, like English dubbing has gotten really good over the past couple of years. Like I've noticed like there's more hits than misses.
Yeah, and I think it's because they're doing more like they're branching out with the voice actors that they get.
Yeah.
And they don't do the typical anime voice anymore, I think.
No.
Like, kind of in that like 2010 to 2013, 14 era when dubbed anime was coming out, a lot of them can kind of sound similar. Like in terms of like, say for a shonen, say for like a Midoriya type voice. They kind of sound like, yeah, exactly. They sound like fucking Power Rangers. One of the examples, like to me, was like the Midoriya voice or the Tanjiro voice. Like they're not incredibly unique. Like I can tell the difference, but at the end of the day, it's like that boy shonen teenage protagonist voice, and it's very just like it's very recognizable. But like for example, Mashle, that's a very different voice, and I think it matches his personality in the dub. I need to go and listen to the sub, and I'm assuming it's really good. But the dub for that, I was surprised. I was like, okay, no, this actually matches the personality perfectly, and I like that.
I remember watching. I actually saw, I think, like a good chunk of the first season in dub, and it's solid. Yeah,
It's solid.
yeah.
All of the voices match the types of characters they are. And granted, like I don't always have the context of the sub. I'm sure that like once I watch both of them, I'll probably decide which one I like better. But as like a first experience to it, if a dub fits the personalities and the characters that they're showing, I think that just makes me like it better. It makes it easier to watch something that I maybe didn't want to give like the opportunity to before, because maybe I'm just lazy and I didn't want to watch the sub for it, but it works. And I think that's really good for the industry that they're doing better with dubs.
Okay.
I just want to say,
go ahead.
you're 100% right. Like the convenience, because I didn't even think about that. That was definitely an aspect because we were eating breakfast, right? When I had originally put it on, and the convenience of it being dubbed, so you can listen. It's the first couple episodes we're watching, so like we're not fully invested. So like what you said, definitely probably played a part in it as well.
And they use like sometimes they use slang or like phrases that are more maybe American or something, or things that we kind of relate to, and they can be kind of funny sometimes. Y'all remember, I don't know who I showed, but remember in One Piece Queen's dub, I don't know if it was one of y'all that I showed, but there was a scene where he was talking and he does a Michael Jackson reference. Yeah, he's like fighting Sanji or something. Did I show you? I showed you, Bunny Lord. Yeah, he's like fighting Sanji or something, and it's the dub, and what was the line? I think it was like a line from one of Michael Jackson's songs or something. It's like, I'm never gonna stop until I get enough. And he literally says he like that in the high pitched voice, and I'm like, that's a fucking Michael Jackson reference, and you could have never gone away with that in sub, but in dub, that's really fucking funny. And props to that voice actor for trying something a little different and fitting Queen's personality, because he's a performer. Yeah, that's who he is. So honestly, like extra points for when actors do shit like that. I think it makes it more enjoyable.
Agreed. We haven't even said the name of this anime.
Oh, oops.
Delicious in Dungeon.
Delicious in Dungeon. Yeah.
It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a cooking anime. But
I see. No, fuck you. At the beginning, I even told you, I was like, I know you're gonna give us some shit
because I think of campfire cooking in another world.
Have you watched it?
No, I just think it's funny how passionate you were about it, and I guarantee you, I don't like roll my eyes because I think it's a bad show. It probably is really good. I just I just remember you pushing it so much. It's
Bro,
funny
it's
as
so
hell.
good.
This is probably going to be one of them.
Yeah, probably.
Because this.
You should still watch it.
So, okay, this one starts. I'm just going to. This one starts with this guy. Like, this whole party goes into, like, the lower level of the dungeon.
Okay.
And they get into a fight with a red dragon. A crimson dragon. And this guy's, like, whole party essentially dies. And his sister. And his, yeah, pretty much. And his sister gets eaten by this dragon. And he, like, doesn't he, like, black out or some shit?
No, a magic user like casts a teleportation spell to retrieve the people who survived, and it reached him, but it didn't reach his sister because she was in the belly of the dragon. So he got pulled out.
And
She
so,
didn't.
like,
Dragons, they don't move much, so they digest food slowly because they're large animals, right? So they should have some time to be able to rescue her.
that's kind of the premise. Like, he like comes back, and I think he like assembles like the rest of their party, and while they're like going into the dungeon, like he explains to them like, we're gonna have to try to like, because we're so small, we're gonna have to try to take this slowly and like survive in the dungeon. And so like he like has to pitch to them like, we're gonna have to learn to live off of what's in the dungeon.
He explains it too. He's like, okay, a dungeon has an ecosystem. Like there's carnivores, there's herbivores, there's plants for those herbivores to eat. Like there's a whole ecosystem in there, which means we could survive eating in there too. And, you know, they're like, oh, well, you know, people always get the runs and like have stomach issues and like they'll get sick and then that could lead to them dying.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because you don't know
like,
what's out there.
we'll figure it out, but we have to do this.
Okay. To save
It's
the
pretty
system,
much
basically.
just like deal with it. We have to do it.
Okay.
And like, it's like their first cook. He tries to make like scorpion.
Oh
like
man, yeah.
stew
He
or something
catches
like that.
the scorpion and he catches it like a crawfish.
He just like stabs it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so
Catches
like
a crawfish, and then they get a mushroom.
yeah, a walking mushroom.
It's just like a early game, or like early level monster, right?
Yeah.
But you know, it's a mushroom.
Right. So I mean, cook it.
Yeah, they cook it.
I mean, I'd be more willing to eat a mushroom than I would a scorpion personally. But
Oh, bro, that scorpion looked fire.
do they make the food at least look really good?
So,
Because
dude, I
anime's
love
always
it.
been really
So-
good about that.
Okay, the first dish, total bust. He gets sick, throws up, right?
Yeah.
But then, like a local, like another like adventurer, dwarf notices like what he's doing, and is like, "Are you guys like, this is like how you should do this?" And he like low key takes over the entire cooking process,
and
And it-
teaches them.
and turns out like he's been like cultivating skills on how to like eat and kill and survive in the dungeon based off of
Perfect person
For like
to help
20
him out.
years.
for like yeah.
Oh,
Like
nice.
that's what he does is he cooks,
Mm-hmm.
and so he's teaching them and like
Does he live in the dungeon?
I mean, they're adventurers, so they spend a long time in the dungeon.
Okay.
kind of like Danmachi.
Oh, okay.
Like,
They
yeah,
do.
like
They spend a
when
lot of
that fourth
time,
season-
and yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine instead of like buying food, though, they went to the dungeon and hunted monsters and then came back. Yeah, you know what I
Okay.
mean? Like
Yeah, I
that's
got
probably
you.
what he does.
Interesting. Okay.
And like it's cool because like their party consists of like essentially like a tank, a trap and locksmith expert, a mage, and now the cook.
Solid party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
I mean, you're saying that like they have no combat skill, but they could survive.
they can 100%.
What do they do when they have to like fight shit? Because I'm assuming
They
it's a
got the tank.
dungeon.
The dude's
You
pretty.
can do stuff.
Yeah, he's pretty tanky.
Yeah. And he's got
It's
good
not as much
items.
action oriented then, right?
No, it's not. It's more kind of exploring the world. It's fun,
Adventure,
right? Like
basically.
yeah, like with the mushroom, right? Dude comes in, he's like, all right, so you fucked up because he just puts the scorpion and the mushroom in a pot and a hot pot it, right? Boil it. Tastes terrible. He's like, you messed up. What you're supposed to do is skin the mushroom, cut the feet off. Those are great. This is a favorite part, right? Cut up the mushroom, And you'll cook that with the food, but like the whole issue was he didn't skin it.
Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
At least it's like technical about like why.
Yeah.
With
It
the
all makes
lobster,
sense.
Yeah.
Or with the lobster, with the scorpion, he butchers it like a lobster, right? Or like a crab. So he cuts off the claws, like cuts
proper
the
way,
tail
basically.
off, right? Splits it, and like you see the meat on the inside of it,
Yeah.
and it looks like lobster,
Okay.
right? So then they do the hot pot, and he has other seasonings and stuff that he throws in it, right? They make it, it ends up being delicious, and it's funny because one of the girls like it's just great food, but she's like, this is horrible, like
It's
these
all
are
monster
monsters.
parts.
It's
Yeah, I mean, like
disgusting.
right away, I'm not gonna be like, that looks delicious.
No, but it looks hella good,
Yeah.
right? And it's just funny, like the cook is the only thing he thinks about is food.
Yeah.
Like, there's a point they come across a trap that
Trap
shoots out
room.
fire,
Yeah.
and he's like, how's this work? And the trap expert's like, oh, you're stepping on this block and it's constantly shooting out fire or like oil.
Yeah.
So, get off of it. It's not going to shut off. And he's like,
There's oil back
Oil?
there.
Oh, and then you
oh,
can
dude,
start
we
using
can
that
deep
for-
fry some food with that.
Mhm. And they use the trap. They find the oil, reconfigure the trap, and use it to make tempura.
Oh shit! Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude,
so
it's so much fun. It
sounds
seems
creative
dumb,
at the
but
very
it's fun.
least.
But then, like, hidden underneath that, there was a whole like character bonding moment between the trap guy because he couldn't respect what like the dwarf was doing and how he acted, and he couldn't respect like the
Trapper.
and so like you see them low key like work together to create this fucking awesome meal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
The art style simple, so
Yes.
it like really it doesn't distract from the character based storytelling,
Okay.
which is fun. But they up it just slightly, just a little bit for the food scenes.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Nice. Well, I mean, if you're gonna make an anime about food and that be the whole premise of it, you'd save your animation budget for the food. Make sure all of it looks mighty good.
Dude, I can't wait to watch more. The last thing I saw was like they were pulling out what are those called? The little
mandrakes.
mandrakes, the little things,
You remember
the
in,
plants that like scream when you pull
In
them
Harry
out.
Potter, the second movie, the little babies they would pull out
Yes.
those.
Okay, so
Oh, they
it's
have those in there?
Yeah. I was like, dang, that's crazy. I didn't realize this is like that magic based.
Yeah.
But they use them like carrots, right? Well, there's a point where she
Screaming carrots.
she essentially like you ties a bat to one and like it kills the bat, and you just see the dwarf in the background like start bleeding the bat. It's like, oh, he's planning on eating it. He's gonna cook that,
Oh.
right? And it's just funny to watch. Like
Yeah.
stuff goes down, and he's like, so this is our food.
Yeah.
Nice.
And-
Okay.
and
Well,
you
at
get
least
to see what he's gonna do with it.
yeah, it's good to have a character like that if that's the whole premise. And like, I mean, I never really think about that. Like, what do these people eat? Because that's not something that like, a dungeon crawler is gonna focus on. It's always about the action and like the loot and shit like that. But like, they're in there for a really long time. The fuck are they gonna eat? Unless they bring food from the outside, which I guess they do.
I guess
They
in
just don't show
Fried
it.
Machi.
meats.
And Don Machi, they have what's her name with the big ass backpack, probably carries all their.
Yeah, which she should not be able to carry that big ass backpack. Personally.
It's a buff, bro.
Yeah. Well, what is her name? I forgot. Still my least favorite character in the show, but
I really recommend that you guys go watch it. It's on Netflix and it's dubbed. You have no fucking excuses. Martine.
food.
And it's about food. So then we watched another anime, and this one was interesting. It's called Gushing Over Magical Girls.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts with this main character who's like admires their like I guess like their society's magical girls.
Like they're local magical girls. Their city is protected by a group of 3 magical girls. So imagine if Houston had 3 magical girls that protected it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like
just
there'd
like
be-
that.
No, if I'm following, I'm
And
following.
there'd be people that fan over it. And so
She's obsessed with them.
yeah.
Okay.
And so she ends up meeting like do you ever watch Budokai?
Y'all showed me the first episode.
Okay, you know that weird little like bunny like animal?
Mm-hmm.
Cube.
You have the plushie for it, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Essentially like their version of that shows up
Okay.
and is like, I'll make you a magical girl, you'll be just like them.
The guy?
The little spirit thing. No, the main character's a girl.
Oh, okay. You probably should have started with that.
That is a valid point.
Yeah.
When you say obsess over magical girls and it's an anime, and I'm like, okay, this guy's kind of weird.
It's a girl.
But I get it.
It's a girl.
Okay.
Valid point for what you're thinking, Dom.
And she wants to be a magical girl.
Okay.
So the thing pops in and is like, "Oh, well, I'll make you into one." And she's like, "Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
right."
go for it.
And they do it right.
And
like she gets this little thing and does the transformation sequence. But when it cuts to the transformation sequence, bro, it was like, it was wild. Yeah, like I realized I could not watch this. This was NSFW.
Oh god.
Yeah, I was like, okay. All right, put this away for later.
And the little like
And bookmarked.
I pulled it back up on the TV downstairs, big screen. I was like, guys, watch this with me.
Yeah,
this is crazy.
And like, so the little like monster recorded her transformation and then tells her like, I'm gonna blackmail you with this.
Their version of Twitter.
Yeah.
Or X.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Unless you like go, and we're gonna go torture the magical girls.
Yeah, well, I'm part of an evil organization. You work for us now.
Mm-hmm.
So is on the wrong side.
What? That's horrible. What the fuck?
And she's being blackmailed into being a villain.
And she's more of a dominatrix villain. So she the first encounter, she like summons a plant monster.
No.
And plants got vines and stuff.
Oh, dude, they did it. They did what you think they did. There's no penetration. Clothing isn't being pulled off other than like the chest. Like you see titties, but you see nipple. That's it.
Whack, 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 whack. They got a ass smacking.
Oh yeah, and they do all the lines.
So like she does it because she's getting blackmailed, even though she's like obsessed with them.
But
does she feel bad while she's doing it?
She does at first, but then she's like, "Oh, I like the faces you're making.
Oh my!
I like how they squirm. I like. Oh, this makes me feel.
Why are you
good.
smiling over there?
She watched
She gets into it, but then low key, what was interesting in one of the other episodes later on, the blue magical girl's kind of like feeling it a little bit. Like she blindfolds her, takes straight advantage of her for like hours. Like it was midday when it happens, and then when she's finished with her, like the sun is going down.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and she just like dips off. She's like, okay, well, we'll have more fun later. And this blue girl, she's just thinking about that. Right. It's just getting up. The ante's getting up.
And like,
but this is etchy with a capital E.
Dude, there's some good fight scenes though. The yellow girl can throw hands.
Yeah. Well, I really doubt anyone's watching this for the fight scenes.
I mean,
okay, so like
probably not, but
a lot of people are talking about it. But the reason like you're not seeing a lot about it is because that's not going to be able to like.
Oh, absolutely not. Just the way you're describing it, bro. Like, ain't no way people are just putting that out on the internet without it being like, I know what that is.
Oh, dude, she got a new friend. Yeah, in one of my more recent episodes, a girl pulled up and she was like, "Oh, I'm part of the organization too."
Oh my god.
Let's go get him.
Yeah, and then you see like,
her kind of tactics.
It's definitely. I enjoy the show.
Yeah. Well,
it's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, for those with that specific taste, there you go.
And look, hear me out, okay? I understand that they're all high schoolers or junior high schoolers. I don't know. They never specify. You
could have just completely.
You just see a school uniform.
No,
they could be in college.
But the difference is, they could be in college. This is an anime being put out. All right, I'm just watching it. I didn't make it.
I'm just watching it. It's got a good story.
I didn't make it.
No,
I'm not doing anything wrong.
See, that's a problem with everybody. You guys get too much into details.
Dude, it's on High Dive. Just watch it.
Oh, that makes sense. That does seem more of like a High Dive type show.
High Dive has etchy
Bro, they'll
stuff.
put
Just
anything on there.
I fuck with it though.
And we'll talk about just about anything. So there you go.
Yeah, well.
I'm gonna keep watching.
Okay. I haven't seen this one though.
What's next on the docket?
The wrong way to use healing magic. Okay, I've seen this pop up, and I'm gonna be honest. When I see this, do you know what I immediately think?
No.
The wrong way to use healing magic sounds like redo healer wrong.
Oh, God.
No. So he uses it selfishly, essentially. Like he gets this.
So did.
I'll give you the premise. I'll give you the premise. So he gets isekai'd, right? And it's this dude who like doesn't really talk to people, doesn't really like do shit, right? He just like does his own thing, goes home, whatever, right? And there's two other characters who are like top of the class, involved in everything, and dude forgot his umbrella and he's waiting because it's raining, and like student council people are giving their umbrella to him. They're all walking, and like summon circle comes up to summon away the student council people, and he just gets caught up in it. And he's like, damn, well, I guess since I'm here, you know. And then they go to see what his potential is, and turns out he has healing magic, which is extremely rare. And they try to hide it from this lady who reminds me a lot of Melioriona.
Okay.
And she just kind of busts in. When she finds out, she busts in, takes him, and just dips out, and nobody can stop her.
Mommy.
She just kidnaps him and then
puts him through,
already, and then puts him through like rigorous training. But she also pulls up on him and like stomps him into the ground. It's like, you're still nothing.
Yeah, that sounds like Emory's type.
Yeah.
Mommy.
In one of the more recent episodes, she threw him into a forest and was like, hey, go kill this monster.
Oh, with a little dash of Garp in there. Okay.
It's fun. And like the whole him using it wrong is like he uses it to recover his own stamina and stuff and
How's
like
that wrong?
heal himself.
Because fuck everybody else.
Yeah,
he just
he's not
doesn't
learning
use it
how
for
to
anyone
use it on
else.
someone else. Like if something, you know, someone's arm got chopped off, he's not trying to regenerate or anything like that. Like he's just focusing on improving himself. And like obviously that's how that lady got that strong.
Yeah, I mean, I personally wouldn't say that's a wrong way to use it. It's just a different. It's a more selfish way to use it. Sure.
I don't know if that's how it actually translates. I just, you know, I enjoy it
Because like I definitely see what he means when you read that title and you're like, yeah, no, that's definitely the other one.
Done wrong.
Like that's doing it wrong for sure.
Wrong way to use healing. I feel like that was the right way. Oh, when you use healing magic, you deal with the trauma too, and you get the experience. Cool. So you also get all the experience of everything else. Take advantage of it like that. Perfect little loophole. This is a little different. It's not set up to be like brainwash hentai-esque.
Yeah, that's a whole different genre.
And now we've talked about this one a couple
Why is
times.
this my episode to edit?
Okay,
Well,
well,
that works out, huh?
It's, yeah.
Dude, okay, you need to pick up Shangri-La Frontier. Okay? It is what Sword Online
Should have been.
should have been.
dude, I want to play this game so bad.
Okay, well, that's already a better way to start off. Like, if it's better than I like Sword Art. I like season 1 of Sword Art at least. It definitely has its problems, but it had the potential to be really
Just,
fucking good.
Not a gun to everybody's fucking head.
Yeah. Okay. All right, continue. I'm curious now.
The main character is a dude who loves trash games and plays the shit out of them. Like, I'm talking trash games, like games that you can't play without them glitching or fucking up. Games
No
that
game,
like
no
are
life.
barely alive with you know, barely any community on the server.
Oh, just like dead games.
Dead
basically.
games, but also games that are shit.
You know how glitchy and
full of
shitty
glitches.
SAO Abridged was?
Mm-hmm.
He would get off on that shit.
So he enjoys the really shit games,
Yes.
like the bad ones.
the challenge of it, right?
Okay.
Well, he finally tries this world's like their best VR full immersive game. Period. Like this is the game. They call it the god tier game, right? And he plays it and is like, holy shit, this is amazing. This game is insane. Like this is what it's like to play a real game.
Oh, because he's just been playing shit games this entire
Yeah,
time.
but he like uses VR too, so like body movement and everything, like him actually doing it plays a part into it.
Okay.
Right? So like in this new game, he's like, man, this is so smooth and easy, right? So he takes on like a quick attack glass cannon, like high damage output kind of build because he's so quick and agile.
Okay.
And it's just fun to watch his strategy, but also the animation on those scenes. Bro, like I feel like this is going to be the type of stuff we're going to see coming out of Solo Leveling because he uses 2 daggers.
Oh, say less.
Yeah.
Say less. I'll go check it out now, actually.
And I love it. His character design is so simple. Oh, no, this is the most important part, though. There's these things called unique monsters in the game. And they're like the best part of the game because they're unique. And there's like events that trigger. And some people have no idea what causes them, right? And Homeboy skipped out on the first town. He's just off doing his own thing, encounters this monster. It's a unique monster. And it fucks him up. It also puts like a debuff on him that doesn't allow him to equip equipment on his torso, but like he's
And his
stuck
legs.
with marks.
Oh, yeah.
Right, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But now he's unlocked like this whole unique scenario. So there's like a whole separate. Imagine like Mount Miyaboku in Naruto, right?
Is that where the toad sage?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. It's kind of like that, but for rabbits,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
It's like
goes
an
there and
in-game
trains
monster.
there.
And yeah, and there's like special like things that he gets access to. So it's cool. It's like he's not outright OP. He's just really good at games. But then there's this unique scenario and you see how he takes advantage of it.
Yeah.
It's really it's
Fun.
very,
That
very
sounds kind of
fun.
interesting, actually.
Fun little fact. You remember that last monster he fights for them?
Yes.
The dub, that thing is voiced by
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's so cool.
What's his name again from Blue Lock?
Bachira.
Bachira. Crazy boy.
Yeah, the dub for him does that, and I just when I saw it come up on a feed one day, I was like, "Fuck yeah, I gotta go watch that episode."
So solid dub from what you've heard.
Yeah.
All right.
Dude, it's good. And it's fun, the characters they introduce, too.
I've heard of Shangri-La Frontier. I've heard of that one a lot.
It's so
It feels like
good.
a whole moving world.
No, I'm interested in it. I'll check that out. That one I'll put on my watch list for sure.
Dude, it's so
And
the
if it's like-
animation is fantastic.
I mean, I'm a sucker for good animation. The 2 dagger stuff, if it's similar to like what Solo Leveling does, I'm into it.
Oh, it's funny, dude.
his fighting style.
He has a bird head on, and that's just like the character design. It's a bird head.
Oh, I've
No,
seen images of that.
Remember, it's a mask.
No, I know, but like that's
I've
his character
seen
design.
that.
Yeah, like, that's what he
it's
wants.
a bird head,
Mhm.
right?
Okay.
It keeps itself. It like it doesn't take itself so serious, right? Like
Gotcha.
he's still a gamer. Like he's
It's still a
trolling,
video
you
game
know,
at
like
the end of the
way of
day.
trolling.
Solo Leveling's a little more like this is actually happening in the real world.
yeah.
It's a job, it's not like a fun game. It just has a video game aspect to it specifically for Sung Jinwoo, but not like
And
everybody gets to play the video game.
the one thing every good anime needs, just a splash of romance.
Oh, dude, there's
Agreed.
a little
If
bit of
it has
romance.
just like a tiny bit of it, it
It's
keeps me
one-sided.
interested. I'm like, cool, there's something to like.
Oh.
That's why I like aspects of Don Machi, because there was a little bit of
Oh
romance,
my
especially
God.
later on in like further seasons 3 and 4. I was like, okay, like there's some substance here. It's
like
not just
them.
it's not just a straight on dungeon crawler guy gets OP and that's it. Like no, there's chemistry between some of the characters sometimes, and you're left
it is
guessing like
called-
who is gonna.
He is just
Yeah.
picking up girls in dungeons, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he basically, yeah.
Did you ever watch season 4 for that, by the way?
I'm pretty sure. I
Purely a
did.
dungeon crawl. It's the one after
It focuses on the blonde girl from the tavern. Do you remember? The whole season is about her, basically.
Oh, the elf.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Is this
I'll just-
after all the monster stuff?
yes.
I didn't actually. I don't know, man. I don't think I saw it on Crunchyroll because I was looking for season.
It's on
4
Hulu.
and It just
Or not,
showed-
yeah, it's on Hulu.
It
That's
is.
why.
Yeah, it's on
Okay,
Hulu.
so
Yeah.
so I'll watch it on Hulu.
Dude,
Yes.
yeah, please check it out. I want to know what you think. It's fucking amazing. That season alone is what made me love the entire show and give it like that 9 out of 10. If it wasn't for that season 4, it'd be sitting at like a 7, maybe 6 or 7. But that season was beautifully written. It had me like at one point I was like, it got me emotional. I was like, dude, this is so fucking
Yeah, for real.
sad. It's
I
great
hate
character
that
development.
fucking season.
I started it and finished it in a day, and it's the longest season out of all of them. It has 24 episodes instead of 12, and I finished it in a day. I couldn't stop watching it.
I mean, I've just been watching seasonal animes and animes that are dropping that's new. right? So cool.
Yeah.
I'll have like
That
a
list-
base anime to just watch whenever there's not anything.
Super good. Yeah.
Cool.
Couldn't recommend it enough.
Thank you for telling me it's on Hulu.
Yeah.
That sucks. Why would they put season 4 somewhere else?
No, Okay, so they just put out a new trailer for the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero Budokai Tenkaichi 4.
We just had to pull it
This
up.
late in the game, though, the trailer has to be something good.
I'm expecting like a lot more character reveals. Like all I saw was just like 10 seconds of it, and I'm like, new trailer. Okay, hold on. And it happened to just like come out while we were prepping for this episode, so I might as well. You know, y'all know how big of a fan we are. So yeah,
Let's get a little
let's get into
reaction
it.
out of this.
Yeah, let's see what we got.
You can just click anywhere. You're good.
Don't be ugly. Don't be
And it's also by Unreal Engine, which is a great engine.
Oh.
Saw Broly in there.
Hold on. Broly, other
My name is
Broly.
Goku, and Earth is my home. I'm still far.
Oh, this is the first time we've heard an English dub before.
All right, let's go.
Let our battle commence. Now to show you the overwhelming power of a super elite
oh.
That
Oh.
gameplay looks smooth as
Oh my
fuck.
god.
Destructible environment.
Oh, they have the fucking same thing. Dude, that's like the same fighting style that we did in Tenkaichi.
This is why the Saiyans are feared.
Yes.
Please tell me. Yes, we could transform into the great ape. Dude.
I'm angry.
Okay, that was kind of lame. I'm angry.
Super Saiyan within me erupted to life.
Let's see if you can keep up.
Oh, I remember that move too.
Let me show you.
Shit was fantastic.
Okay, but I get Goku Vegeta, but like I'm not
Yeah,
here
show
for
me-
just
show me
them.
I
another.
think it's just
That's
all.
what you
Yeah.
want. And I'm not gonna waste any time.
I'm quite
It really
eager to
is
see
just
how
all
you
Goku and
betray
Vegeta
me
right
Yeah.
now. Okay.
I guess it's a good way to show off the mechanics of what they're doing.
Yeah. Do you guys think they're gonna do the fucking different variations of them? Oh my god, what if you could just transform straight into Majin Vegeta?
Oh, he just went Majin.
It looked like it, yeah.
Transform.
Okay.
Oh,
that's
Oh, bet. We got God.
They got Super Saiyan
fuck yeah.
God. Oh, that's the fucking Rasengan
Yeah.
he used in the movie. And then straight to blue. Okay, bet.
Are they gonna have their other abilities? Ultra
Rivals.
Ego and Ultra Instinct.
Well, I mean, they got Kaioken blue. Oh, come on. Don't
Okay,
fucking
it's
tease
a
me like that.
Okay. Here we go.
Pause it.
Get ready to pause it. Get ready to pause
Jiren.
it. Pause it. Pause it.
Oh, can you
go
go
back
back like
just a
10
little bit.
seconds? Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, there's Jiren.
Well, we got multiple
Broly.
Vegeta forms. We got Super Vegeta right there, so they
Yeah.
definitely do branch out.
They got future Trunks from Super.
Oh,
they got
that's
Bergamo.
cool.
They got Bergamo right there in the corner.
Oh.
Who else? Android 18. What's that at the top? Can y'all make? Is that Frieza?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I mean, these are all characters that I'm expecting for sure.
Boo.
Can you do like another
That's
like
interesting.
Like pause or like play
Yeah.
and pause.
play pause?
Yeah, it's just
Space bar,
kinda
space
quick.
bar. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
thank
okay.
you.
There you go. There's some more.
There's some more. Right there.
Oh,
Okay,
perfect.
perfect.
Okay, yeah.
Can you bo- There we go. Hell
Okay.
yeah.
They got Android 17 from the Tournament of Power. Another good.
It looks like Boo.
Oh, they have
Oh,
Super
there by
Trunks,
Hercule.
like Android Saga Trunks up there,
They do where?
on the right hand side near Vegeta.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that's what makes me feel like they might have, because like in Tenkaichi 3 you had like Goku beginning, Goku mid, Goku
Mhm.
end. Like you had at least 5 or 6 different Goku characters. Oh
I
man.
mean, there's 9 Gokus right there. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 Vegetas.
But there's no way that there's gonna be that, like, I'm gonna assume they're gonna do like maybe a Dragon Ball Z and then a Dragon Ball Super version.
I hope we get Beast Gohan in this, and I hope we get Orange Piccolo.
What if they save that for DLC?
don't
Martine,
blue
why?
ball us like
Because
that?
I know them, bro.
Give
they
us
do that
a
shit.
base game that has as many characters as you can put on it that you have ready right now.
What concerns me is I didn't see any GT characters.
See that? Save that. Save
Fuck
that
you,
for
no.
DLC.
Fuck
you want
you.
GT? Pay a little extra.
That's
you
some
fuck.
fuck off, man. That's so
I'm sorry,
unfair.
I pressed the GT button. I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah,
please
it
give
is.
me
It is a little
something.
frustrating that there's no GT because I'm sorry, but being able to play as Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4, and do a Big Bang Kamehameha times 50, yeah, that's iconic. Like we got to be able to do that.
Now, I will say, though, I think we're overlooking something.
I hope they have Portara Fusion.
I don't know. Look at
Yeah,
all
that's
of those
that's a
empty
lot. That's a
spots.
lot,
Dude, that
dude.
is a lot of empty little spots, I guess, for
I mean,
maybe
the middle
potential
one is
characters.
random, but everything else. But that's the thing is, you don't know how many forms each character is going to get.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
So it could be
true.
Krillin, and then they have Frieza Saga Krillin, and then they have Cell Saga Krillin, and then they have Tournament of Power Krillin.
That would be kind of weird because it's not like he doesn't change that much. He just has like an awakening type thing or potential unleashed, and that's it. It's not like he has different versions of him, I guess. Like I could see them doing the different outfit swaps for different, like, you know, Z, Super, maybe not GT.
If I don't,
they
I was
do
about
the
to say, if I
Portara
don't get
stuff.
Krillin with hair, I'm gonna be pissed.
They have to.
Dad Krillin.
I need Vegeta with a mustache.
Policeman Krillin.
Ooh, yeah.
There's a lot more outfit opportunities now because of all the extra content that's come out. I kind of am looking forward to that.
Versus Baseball Yamcha.
Dude, we gotta be getting it this year. We gotta be getting it. If they're releasing something like this, showing like actual solid gameplay, I'm maybe like winter of this year, fall,
Maybe I
winter.
can see that.
That's my guess. That was pretty cool though. The gameplay looks amazing.
Do y'all think we'll get an older Goten and Trunks?
No,
like
'cause we
the
everything-
aged up version. No, we got them in superheroes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but not like Gotenks or anything.
I mean, yeah, but who's to say they won't save that for the game?
You know, maybe actually, because they've done what if characters in the past. We've had a Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 3 Broly, and those have never been canon.
Characters.
What's that?
They did the movie characters.
Yeah, they've done the movie
Super
characters.
17 was in there.
So maybe that would actually be a great selling point. Like if they did the older versions of Goten and Trunks, I'd fuck with it.
Same.
Yeah, and there is an adult Gotenks in like the what is it, Dragon Ball Heroes or whatever, that other game. So there is a version out there. It's just not like a canon thing, but being canon or not shouldn't stop them from including it in the video game.
Yeah, especially since all the games that came before it had GT in it.
So true.
Just do it.
That's so true.
Just do
Go
it.
away.
Give me. If I want to play. I love playing as like GT Goku and like going Super Saiyan all the way to 4. I fucking love that. I don't like when they do Super Saiyan 4 Goku as a standalone. Like,
Yeah,
character.
it's the worst.
man.
Let me transform into Super Saiyan 4.
Dude, you know what it is? They're retconning stuff. GT is really going to be pushed to the side. That's why they came out with that new Dragon Ball Daimao or whatever, where everybody's a child. So they can just be like, oh, yeah.
You know what, Martine? I'm
I
gonna
don't fucking listen, man. I will fight you right now. I don't know what you're gonna say, but I can already tell it's gonna piss me off.
You know what? I'm just gonna let Gary keep ripping into you. I was gonna give you an out. Gary, go ahead, buddy. Keep talking shit about GT and how terrible it is, and you know how it's probably a good thing it's not gonna be in this new fucking Dragon Ball game.
You're right. I can't wait for Dragon Ball Chibi.
Oh, dude, I'd play the fuck out of. Dude, they gotta make a Mario Kart version. Like, dude, all of them playing. Like, dude, that'd be
Okay.
so fun. Capsule
Now-
Kart.
I just thought of something, okay? That they have to add to this game because if they don't, it's low key kind of a classic thing, dropping the ball. What's gonna be the loading screen mash?
Oh, they have to
bro.
have it. That's like so iconic. They've had it in all 3.
Is it gonna be Goku eating food, Vegeta doing push-ups, like
They gotta get
something?
creative with it too. Like we have PS5s now, man. Like, come on.
They got that whole little touch thing, you know, like.
Yeah, that would
Oh
be
wait,
cool.
sorry, Xbox.
Ah, I mean, I'm on PS5 now, so
Exactly.
yeah. Bro, the day it gets announced, day 1 pre-order, no
Calling in
questions
sick.
asked.
Everybody just needs to call in sick.
What do you think?
Oh yeah, I'm taking that day and playing the fucking game. I don't give a shit. But
Okay, now what I was trying to do for you,
sorry.
you know, seeing he was just like ruthlessly kind of ripping into you. This is a good opportunity for you to get back at him. There's a new game out, and we're already talking about
Okay,
games.
now fuck you. You really gonna try to bring it up like that? I'm happy. I'm happy that somebody out there is what's the word?
Revolutionizing the gaming industry.
No, taking inspiration.
Innovating. There we go.
Innovating.
They're
That's the
innovating. They're not afraid to do things that Nintendo is afraid. Game Freak is afraid to do.
And elephant in the room. we all heard about the game Palworld because it's a very hot game right now that seems a little similar to, something that we've all grown up with. Yeah, no, so Palworld is that new game that's recently come out, which if you live under a rock, Palworld is essentially like, how would you best describe it, I guess, like if you had to do one sentence description?
Arc survival.
So it's kind of like, well, the way I kind of like, after seeing how he set up his base, it's very much like an open world Cult of the Lamb with
pals that
have
an uncanny resemblance to Pokemon.
And it just it's fucking Minecraft with Pokemon.
It's Arc survival with Pokemon.
Okay, there we go.
Like,
I haven't played Arc, but I mean they have a they have a fucking crafting
exactly
table.
the same, right? Crafting is the same.
Okay.
Resource collection is, other than the fact that you can automate them with the pals. Resource collection is the same. The only the big thing they added to it that is like just a game changing quality of life thing is you can craft from your chest. Like if you could just walk up to a crafting table across the map and craft out of
you can
your
fast travel
inventory
too.
from your chest. Yeah, and then there's fast travel, which is really dope too.
There's a lot that they've done in this. This game is kind of crazy. Like I saw all the hype behind it, and I saw some trailers because one of my friends was like, yo, this game is about to come out and I hear it's supposed to be really good. I watched the trailer for it and the gameplay looked really good. And I was like, okay, like this actually looks cool. I love open world games personally. That's why I love Zelda and even like Minecraft, it's still an open world game. And I've recently learned that I like the crafting aspect of it, like building a base and shit like that. Like I fuck with that. It's really fun. So this was essentially the thing that like interested me was the PAL side of it, right? Like this open world has a bunch of different pals that live in it in different biomes, and they all have different like abilities and things, and you can capture them the way you could capture Pokemon. There, instead of a Pokeball, you have a pal sphere. And you can go around and capture them, and you can bring them back to your home base and assign them to do different tasks. So if you got like a water Pokemon, for example, you could assign that to your berry plantation and have it water your berries, and then you could grab a different what is it, a grass type pal, bring it back. That one can do all of like the planting of seeds and harvesting. There are mining pals that are really good at mining rocks for stone that you can use to create and craft shit. So I really like that aspect because it kind of makes it unique outside of Pokemon, because we've never seen anything like that in Pokemon. The closest open world Pokemon game that I've seen is like Arceus, for example. And Arceus was great, don't get me wrong. Like I know that it was a big hit, but I personally wasn't the biggest fan, and I did try it for a little while. I couldn't get hooked on it for some reason, but I do appreciate what it was trying to do, and at least that they were open to going into like the open world side of it, because I feel like that's something that a lot of Pokemon fans have been asking for a really long time.
They didn't fully deliver either.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I saw. Like it was headed in the right direction, but it didn't really stick the landing. And it just kind of seems like over the last decade or two, Pokemon hasn't really been innovating anything. It's kind of been very
so crazy because like something that we've noticed, a lot of the community is now backtracking to DS games.
Yeah.
The market for Pokemon DS games is fucking crazy right now.
And what's insane is like they're shutting down all the 3DS and DS related services this year in April.
Really?
So like that entire generation of technology is going to be dead.
Like obsolete, essentially.
Yes. And like I mean I'm getting my fix in. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, before you can't do anything anymore. That's really sad because like they're classics, they're nostalgia ridden games, and we grew up on it. That's what made us love Pokemon in the first place. And granted, like when they came out, they were phenomenal games. But the fact that like in 2024, with all of the advancement that we've had with video games and how crazy shit can get now, people are still more willing to play the older Pokemon games than anything new that comes out. I feel like that really says a lot about just the state of Pokemon in general, and the fact that like they're not doing anything to really try and be unique and get more people to play it. And so many people are gravitating towards Palworld now because it really is something that like all these Pokemon fans have been wanting for so long that just Nintendo, I guess, or not necessarily Nintendo, but Game Freak basically refuses to do. They've had more than enough time like dominating this side of like the gaming industry where they could have tried something really, really experimental, and they just haven't. And now here comes, you know, a brand new gaming studio, essentially, like not a AAA studio whatsoever, right? Very under the radar. They come in, take inspiration, yes, from Pokemon, but also from Ark, from Minecraft, even from Zelda a little bit, like, and kind of conglomerate all of it together to create this really unique game that is still in a beta phase and is already this fucking popular. It's already amassed more players in its like week or two release than people are playing CS:GO, for example. I don't remember the number off the top of my head.
It broke Steam's record.
Okay,
like
at this point, then it's
CS:GO
probably
was the
broken.
record holder for like most downloads at launch.
Yeah.
And
One of the
Palworld.
That's what it was, yeah.
the petty figures that I've seen is there's been more downloads of Palworld than there, like, just in like the few like weeks it's been out, than there has been sold copies of Arceus.
That's
Dude,
wild.
the game itself costs less than an ETB.
It's only like $23, I think. It's not even expensive. Most games nowadays are like not even 60 anymore.
60,
Most
like
of them are
80,
like 70
70
to
bucks,
80.
yeah.
A Pokemon game is going to run you about $75 to $80
For the
a
Switch.
new one, or for a DS game.
Oh, for a DS game? Oh, depending on which one you're looking, shit.
It could run up to like 200, right?
Yeah.
An ETB, like the trainer box, elite trainer boxes, Pokemon cards, that bitch is $40. That's more than the game.
Wow.
And you're gonna get way more enjoyment out of this game
Mm-hmm.
that they're still developing. It's in beta. Like
Yeah.
there's gonna be other features added. It's gonna be more polished. If it's glitchy, those glitches are gonna start going away.
See, you know, fuck you, Gary.
Dude, and the big thing about Arceus, listen to me. The
He
big
put- no,
thing
he
about
put-
Arceus,
You put good numbers and like logical mathematical science into my head that I'm just like, fuck. Now actually, I like
Just makes sense to-
mathematically,
yeah.
like I get more fun for my dollar.
You get more bang for your buck out of like buying
Yeah.
Palworld than doing any
other like
game
Pokemon Infinite
related
like,
investment.
like
yeah.
whether it's like buying cards, buying games,
in an older game,
yeah, like
Yeah. Because granted, like it's hard for me to even just say pals because I just want to say Pokemon because it's just like
nah, bro.
ingrained into us.
We gonna change it to pals. People are gonna be talking about pal cards.
I
Not
wonder
Pokemon
if they'll
cards.
go that far.
Just
That's
wait.
when I could really see it being a problem and like maybe getting into a more
No.
legal dispute.
It's okay. I want this, dude. With Arceus, the big thing that caused everybody to stop playing is it was so grindy. You couldn't automate all the bullshit that you had to do to craft to be able to catch your Pokemon, to be able to like get everything correct at your farm and like do the things that you actually want to do in the game. You had to grind for multiple days and prepare and then head out to go do
doing
that
an
thing.
adventure. Yeah, you'd
right.
have to go.
It's very much
yeah.
like Breath of the Wild in
Kind of a
that
drag,
sense,
like
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Where like in this game with Palworld, you can automate all of that. I was like, oh man, it's gonna suck like having to farm all these things and get all this stuff. Now I have a bunch of systems in place that like it's not necessarily automatic, right? And it's not perfect yet. That's also because I don't know enough about the game. So I've played the game for a day. Martinez played the game for a week. Emory has never played
I'm on the internet.
Yeah, so he's seen it.
Yeah, he's
He
aware
hasn't
of
played
it, and I've shown him like my base and everything I've done at this point in time, and how like I'm not anywhere near as close as like the streamers that have been playing this game nonstop. Like I'm about halfway there, maybe like a level 23, 24 or something. I think the max level is like 40 or something, 40 or 50. But dude, it's insane the shit you can do.
And that's the fun part too, is there's a whole massive community that's suddenly discovering this game. So remember when now Tears of the Kingdom came out and everybody was like, bro, you can do this, check this out.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is so much
Dude.
fun. That's what's going on right now with Palworld.
Do you remember how like when that came out? What was the one thing we all saw people abuse the fuck out of?
Duplication.
The duplication glitch.
I haven't seen anything
that's
like that.
Fair,
Well,
but I should have been more specific.
okay.
Do you remember how they treated the God, I forgot their name of the damn little creatures.
Oh, the Koroks.
Oh, the Koroks. Yeah.
Remember how they got rid of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already seeing TikToks of like,
Yeah.
and this is how we treat pals. And I'm just like,
Well, the ones that don't want to work.
Look, Pal World is not like Pokemon. Pokemon was about friendship. That's why it mattered. That's why it matters if I can take a Pokemon from my old game.
Pal World is about capitalism.
Yeah, capitalism. Yes,
it's
dude,
Pokemon
yes.
capitalism.
Okay, like yes, it's a joke, but also to a certain extent, the people that make Palworld, the CEO even had like an interview where he said like he was talking about why they pick certain things and why they decided to add like guns and shit like that to this game when like it's very different from what traditional
No one would do
Japanese
it.
games would do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what he said? Because he thought that it would appeal more to the American market.
You put guns in it and they'll like it.
He's not
America.
wrong. We're fucking psychopaths. We all it's the coolest fucking part of this game. You give your little Pikachu lookalike an AK-47. That's fucking hilarious.
Man, I'm telling you right now, there ain't no Texan out there right now complaining about this game.
It's fucking funny. You don't have to play it that way. That's the thing that I like about it. There's a lot of different ways to play it. When I play with my friends, like it's me, Robert, and my other friend Thomas, and we all have completely different play styles. I've been focusing a lot on upgrading my base and making it as efficient as humanly possible because that's what I liked in Minecraft, right? Robert, he's been all about like grinding and leveling up. Like he's played half the time that I have, and he's already almost at my level because he's optimizing, you know, like taking down this boss and capturing this, and he's still working on making his base, but he plays it in a slightly different style. And my other friend Thomas, he loves to explore. He's been exploring the fuck out of the map. He's been to like the opposite side, like in the desert, in the snow biome, like seeing everything around. I have unlocked a fraction of the map because I've been so focused on like efficiency and just creating my own base. That way I can go out and explore and be more prepared. That's the thing, you can do whatever you want, and I love that you can play it in these different styles. And we haven't even mentioned the multiplayer side of it, dude.
Dude, I haven't even gotten into the multiplayer.
Me either.
Like I'm just exploring the world, seeing what you can do, just kind of having fun with it, you know?
Yeah.
Like figuring out the mechanics. Eventually we'll all get on a server and start playing.
Like that's what I really like, that you can make your own server, make it like a shareable world the way you could like a realm in Minecraft. Basically you can be part of the same guild and everybody can kind of like work together to create a base and go out and explore and have your own shit. I haven't really dabbled with it too much, but I see people do it and it looks really fucking cool. You can like ride these pals, you can create saddles to like ride the deer pal, or like if you catch a flying type, build a saddle and fly it around. That's like the most efficient way to get across the map. Like transportation is really great. One of the things that bothers me sometimes about Minecraft is you really do have to walk all the way across, unless you fly. I guess like you can
Make another portal pathways.
you can do that. There's the things you can do.
bow.
It's
You have a
whole
bow,
process.
yes. But it is it's more of a process. This one has fast travel points that you can move to, and it is instantaneous.
Hey man, you can set up fast travel in Minecraft.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, it's called a train track, bro.
That's
your fast travel.
that's
bro.
faster travel. It's not fast
Get a
travel.
horse.
Get a horse.
Faster
Trust me,
travel,
no,
not
that's-
fast travel.
You get the right kind of horse, that's fast travel, buddy.
Okay, well, I guess I haven't gotten that point yet, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean, though. The fact that you have all these different points around the entire map, and the map is huge. Like, it is a big world. I love it. I love exploring. That's what draws me to the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom games.
It's really cool too. If you die, you can respawn kind of anywhere on the map. So
No, you can respawn anywhere?
it gives you an option to like select where to respawn. And
Oh,
it's
mine
like,
only gives me
respawn
my
here.
bases.
Really? Okay.
Did you set it up to where when you die, you drop all your stuff like in Minecraft? Or okay, I was doing that for a while. I just switched it last night because I wanted to try and see like what it felt like playing. Whenever you die, you get to keep all your stuff. It's more like the casual play style. If you do normal, if you die, it's like Minecraft. You drop everything. You just have to go back to that spot and pick everything back up.
Fuck.
Yeah, so it's just like normal.
It's just in a bag though.
It's literally just in a bag.
It's a
to make it
bag on the
easier, yeah.
ground. It's not like
And there's even a button you
Blowing
can
up
press to automatically equip everything you had when you died, so you don't have to manually go and.
Where
like,
does the bag
sort
go?
everything. Where does I don't know where the
you pick the bag up and you click X to move it into your bag inventory, and then it disappears.
Yeah.
You should keep that extra bag.
But there's so many cool things about this game. There's tower bosses that you can go and raid. There's dungeons you can find with like specific materials. There's a lot of cool stuff.
There's
Honestly.
boss pals of the area. So like there's one King of the Forest or something like that. Just
Mammoth.
big Mammoth. Yeah. It's cool, man. And those people out there that are just advertising it as Pokemon with guns.
It's oversimplification.
Yeah, y'all are assholes. Because there's a parent out there. There's a mom who's watching that, a dad who's like, Pokemon with guns, and their kid
Absolutely
is
not.
not given the opportunity to play this. But dude, you don't even get anything similar to a gun until
way
like
later in
level
the game.
25.
Yeah.
Right? And you don't even, it doesn't have to be like that. You know, you don't have to play it like that.
Yeah.
You could just play it for the pals.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Like, as funny as it is saying Pokemon with guns, that is kind of like putting a negative connotation on what the game actually is. Like, yeah, you can do a lot of fucked up shit in the game. You can have assembly lines. People have made sweatshops, you know, but like, that's America. We kind of do shit like that sometimes when given the opportunity. We saw what we did to the Koroks.
See, it's because we can't do it in our own country, so we do it in the game.
So
Well,
this
I
is
mean,
why I
that's
don't
why
play
we are
Sims.
gravitated to games like GTA, where we can do a bunch of fucked up shit and with no consequences. But with this one, like, yeah, you could do that, or you could just play it normally. You can just have a bow and arrow. You can have a crossbow, you know, and just play the game like a normal person. Granted, I don't think that's as
You
fun.
can
but-
kidnap people in this.
Yeah, you can
Sell
capture
it.
the
Illegal.
pals.
It is illegal. You're not supposed to do that. The game's like, hey, you're not supposed,
You're not
to, do
supposed
that.
to do that, but we're not going to stop you.
But there's no penalty. We're not going to stop you. Just
But they
do
did
what
put
you
in
wanna
a.
do.
But he was telling me that there is like a system in place so that you can sell humans.
No, it's you sell the PAL, but
Because the
there's
game-
nothing in place to register
Yeah,
like
the game
that's
registers
not a
it
PAL.
as a pal when it's actually a human. That's the thing. It's not like the game wants you to go out.
Yeah,
and
so it's
find
not
it.
a black
outright
market,
slavery.
But you said there's a black market.
Okay, there is.
And you told me you can sell people to him.
Yes, but it's also because like he considers it a pal.
Okay.
But yeah,
If
you can sell
catch it
people.
in a PAL sphere, it's a PAL.
Yeah, it's just registered as a pal.
Is he saying they're pals?
I don't know. I haven't found one yet.
Okay.
Listen, I didn't make the
Depending
game.
on the man's like
Don't act like that's gonna stop you from
Interface?
trying it out.
no.
Dude, the game's
If anything,
fun.
it's gonna fucking entice me more.
It's cool. It's a really fun game. It got me to
base
stop
building.
playing like my other games, honestly, and it's incredible.
I'm not trying to have that.
Dude, the base building is so much fun though. Like the survival aspect is really, really, really strong in this game. Like it gives you a lot of options to build in the base, right? You're able to do a lot of things functionally to make the game easier and kind of like more of a leisurely play than like a grinding slog.
Yeah, it has its grind element, but it gives you the opportunities to make it less of a grind, and I appreciate the fuck out of that.
I'll be honest. I don't need to be sold. I am sold. I promise you guys. My real issue right now is I don't want to go play.
No, we are gonna finish Spider-Man. I'm sorry.
yes,
I'm sorry, but it is getting to a point where like, dude, we actually like. There's a lot of points on the map because me and him, we've been playing it together, but we'll play it separately.
We play it like when you tell your mom like I'm gonna go play my game. Like, all right, we'll let your brother play. It's a one-person game though.
Yeah, that's how we
Mom.
play
I'll
it.
take turns, basically.
So like when you die, or like, all right, I beat
You
this
died,
big
it's my
mission.
turn.
Yeah, we're like, all right, I beat this big mission. I guess you can have it now. Wait for him for like 30 seconds to die. All right, my turn.
Bro, we're assholes about it though. Like, you know how you'll get to like normal people shit
Like Mary Jane shit.
or like Miles, you're just Miles.
like-
I'll be like, here you go, bro. Your turn. And he's
That's
like,
what the shit that I would do to
"Fuck
Pablo.
It's like, yeah, that was your playtime.
Yep.
There was one point when we were playing the first one over again, and we led up to it, and I was like, shit, I don't want to play this anymore. So I just stopped playing, right?
Really.
And I wasn't playing, and apparently he hopped on, saw where it was, and he was like, no, I'm not touching this.
No.
And
the
then
game back on.
we were like, hey, do you want to play Spider-Man? He's like, yeah, sure. And I handed him the remote, and it fired up, and he was like, oh shit.
What part was it?
It was I think it was like the Mary Jane
It was
in the museum.
Like whenever they were about to release the
Okay.
what was it, Devil's Breath?
I remember what you're talking about. Are you, 2 or 1? You're all playing.
One. We're
Well,
playing
we're
two
playing
now.
2 now. We
Oh,
beat
okay.
1.
Now, I will say, Spider-Man 1, the Mary Jane missions were awful.
Awful.
They're so bad.
They're
Now
so
she
good
fucks
now.
people up.
Spider-Man 2 Mary Jane, she
Dude,
will
she
fuck
trains
up
with
anyone.
Silver Sable.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's strong now.
She's strong. She can, like, she has a gun, essentially. Like,
Bro, she
and
takes Tranks like
She
crazy.
takes strike arrows like a champ.
Yeah, it's so funny because one of the developers for Spider-Man said like, yeah, we got feedback that not a lot of people like the Mary Jane missions in Spider-Man 1, so we like went completely full throttle in Spider-Man 2. We wanted to make it as fun as possible because like it's part of the plot, and I appreciate that they still include her in the story because she is a very good
she's
character.
pivotal.
She's pivotal to the story, but like we want to play as
Especially
Spider-Man,
this
not
one.
Mary Jane. So I'm glad that they decided to like tweak her missions and make it like at least way more fun than the first one. So props to them for doing that.
Well, pretty much our map is filled with a bunch of things that like if we progress, we both have to be there. Right? Like it's at the point where it's like, okay, you've done all the side stuff. This is main mission shit now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Like one thing that I did, and like you know, it just happened over time. Is that like one day like I hopped on and I was just swinging around and I was showing, and I like was hitting all the Sandman things, and like before I knew it, I was like, oh shit, I think that's the last one, but I
the
don't want him to
Sandman
miss
ones.
out on it. So I'd be like,
Yeah.
all right, stop.
Smart.
Literally right now, this morning, I kind of got to a point, and I think we're on the last bug.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
The bugs that you find around the city.
the multiverse.
Oh, I
spiders.
think I still need to capture a few of those. So nice.
They're a pain in the ass.
They're a lot, dude.
Shit that we keep up with all the additional things they add onto the map and each district.
Yeah, they all have
as
their
the
own
game
kind
progresses.
of storyline
Yeah.
to it. Have you done the the pyrotechnic ones or like the fire people, the one that you do with
Oh yeah,
Wraith?
yeah.
Oh, the honor the flame.
Yes.
People.
Have you finished that side?
No.
Oh, the end of that is wild. Set something up for the next game.
Dude, there was this one, the like little friendly neighborhood Spider-Man
With the
mission.
pigeons?
No.
Oh.
The one with Grandpa Earl.
Oh
He got
yeah.
lost.
Oh, dude, I did that after I beat the main game.
Dude, that shit was touching. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, this is like a random side mission that, and they like go into full detail and dialogue of like this character, the life
Yeah.
he's lived,
I
his
like-
wife.
Oh, I think after that, the next mission after that might be the last one, and it's with like the pigeon guy from the first game.
Oh,
You should.
That's
do
my
that.
boy.
You should do that mission.
Okay. Well, yeah,
We got off
We
track.
won't.
Okay,
we
yeah,
won't
okay,
get
sorry.
distracted
The
the way
reason-
we just got distracted
my bad.
The
by
reason
Palworld.
I don't want to get. I don't want to start Palworld right now. Is because I'm gonna play. I'll play tonight, and I'll keep myself up all night, and it'll be all I think about at work. And then I'll come home and I'll do it for like the next 2 days, and then I go on vacation for 5 days, and it's all I'm gonna be fucking obsessing over, and I'm gonna be. It's just gonna drive me nuts thinking about wanting to come back.
That's
so I'd rather just
fair.
go experience that, not have that on my mind, so that when I come back, I can just be like, all right, cool, let's go.
Just like let's get
All right,
started.
so yeah.
That's a good point. Give yourself after you come back from your vacation. Maybe they might add the crossplay element because right now you can only get it on Xbox and Steam, and you can't play together. But they have said that they are working on like the crossplay aspect, and I think they're also trying to bring it to PlayStation. I'm not totally sure, but yeah. So hopefully when you come back, they will have added that, and maybe we can like create our own world or whatever. But so much fucking fun. And for all those people that are complaining, saying that it's a Pokemon ripoff, blah blah blah, like.
Eat shit.
Yeah, bro, it's a really fun game, honestly, and it does something that Pokemon should have done a long time ago.
I'll say this though, statistically speaking, if there's roughly about 18,000 different pals,
Some of them are gonna look like a Pokemon.
yeah, but like,
It's uncanny
but
how similar they look.
statistically speaking, I'm sorry, I know this probably might not be what you know. Do you know how many Pokemon there are? Are there even 1,000 yet?
I feel like there are.
Even if there's,
I don't think it's broke 1,000 yet.
see, even if it is 1,000, that's barely a percentage of the amount of pals that are in Palworld.
As
Bro,
a-
people compare it to Pokemon, but like high
1025.
key with all the options that are possible, it's Digimon.
It's Digimon.
Yeah, it is
Palworld?
closer to Digimon, I guess.
Dude, nobody said Digimon was a Pokemon. Okay, well, we used to say that back in the day. It's a Pokemon ripoff. But like, let's be real. There's only so many ways you can draw a dinosaur.
So true.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
the,
I will.
with the sheep.
The sheep look exactly like what is it?
Mare sheep?
Mersheep, yeah.
Not really. Oh no, you're talking.
There's one thing in there that looks like a fucking Bailey.
No. There's Wooloo. It looks a lot like Wooloo because but it's actually like a like realistic sheep.
Can you, Bunny Lord, can you scroll up a little bit? We're not going to go through all this because it's already probably really long, but I do want to show you guys one of them that looks almost identical to Lucario.
Oh, I've seen this one.
It's called Anubis.
Yeah,
But
it looks.
But that makes sense. It's designed after Anubis,
one right there.
and Lucario is the Anubis
Pokemon, yeah.
which takes inspiration from Anubis. You know, a historical.
It's an Egyptian,
Egyptian god.
Yeah. Like,
So there's lore behind it. It's not literally
Yeah.
just like looking at the Pokemon and be like, all right, change it, but just don't copy it. Like, make sure it doesn't look like you copied it. You know that meme where you're like, can I borrow your
Yeah.
homework?
Yeah.
Yeah, like if they did one that looked like a shogun, you know what I mean? It's kind of
Is
the
Yu-Gi-Oh
same
gonna step
thing.
in and be like, "Oh, you copied the 6 Samurais"?
There you go. Yeah, that's a good point. Like at this point, and this is a conversation that we can kind of end on this if we want, but at this point in time, we're so far advanced. There's so much just media in the world. There's so much art and people making shit that it's almost impossible to create something that is 100% original. Everything that comes out nowadays takes inspiration from something. You see it in video games. You see it in music. How many songs nowadays you turn on the radio, like a random pop
Oh,
station?
that sounds like this song.
It's dude, they literally sample songs now from the 80s and 90s. There's a lot of songs that I'm starting to recognize now because I have like an 80s playlist that I really like, and I'm like, oh, that's an 80s song, but they've remixed it, and like Nicki Minaj, for example, remixed it into a new version. It's a great song. You might know what I'm talking about, but it's not original. You're sampling, but there's nothing wrong with that if you're changing it up and being transformative about it.
The way she does it, she makes it her own.
She does kind of make it her own, and I like it. I appreciate it because it is hard to come up with something that's completely unique. And if you're adding value to it, spinning it, making it like something slightly different, but paying homage to it, I think it shows more so respect from the original source material. And even then, that song that she sampled probably sampled something from the 30s or the 40s. Like, you can backtrack it a lot. You see it all over. So people that are complaining that it's kind of like a copy and that it's not original, nothing is original, unfortunately. Like, if you do enough research, you can find there's inspiration that they take. You see it in movies too. You know the Akira shot with the motorcycle, bro?
Oh, yeah.
That's in Spider-Man, bro. Literally, Mary Jane has a whole scene on a motorcycle where she does the Akira slide.
Dude, the Akira slide started a trend in anime.
Yeah.
Just like the fucking I forget the name of the animator who did it, but when Vegeta turns and his neck is all over exaggerated. Like that became a stylistic thing.
Yep.
Just like the Shintani, I think it's Shintani tiles. Like whenever
the
in
cubes.
Naruto, how
Yeah.
everything
Cubes, yeah,
breaks
yeah.
into those pieces.
Oh, when we saw like Zoro do it in Wano, remember?
Yeah,
There's a lot of
an
instances
art
of it.
style. It's something that it's not they're ripping it. It's they're applying this technique that has been created. That's all.
Yeah, and that's not to say that people can't make unique things nowadays. Like, it does kind of happen, but there's always some kind of inspiration from it, you know? It's just a matter of how creative can you get from it. And I think Palworld is a very creative and refreshing game from a non-AAA studio that I hope succeeds, personally.
I really hope so too, man.
Like,
You
I've been
heard it.
enjoying the fuck out of it.
You heard it here, guys.
Wait,
Nobody's original and nobody's special.
No, don't end it like that. I am happy to see
Some people are
this.
special.
Pokemon needed the competition.
Yeah.
They have been giving
Like real
us
competition.
mediocre games for years, and I've been buying those games and supporting them because I love the Pokemon company, and I was hoping that one day maybe we would get something better. We got Arceus. You know,
It wasn't that
It
great.
got our hopes up. It fell flat. That is what it is, right? But I was willing to continue because I'm a die-hard fan. Now Palworld kind of has me questioning that. You know, I might actually take the time to learn about these pals, their types, their weaknesses, their stats. Like, I
You
know
can
all of
teach
that
the
stuff about
moves
Pokemon.
like you can in Pokemon.
I will take the time to learn that about Palworld. It doesn't matter if it's something new, right? We want new.
Yeah.
And we don't want just new designs or a new region. We want a new experience of gameplay. That's what Palworld is giving us. That's what Nintendo has not given us.
So
They
as it
refuse
stands,
to.
Palworld's better than Pokemon. Currently.
The state of Pokemon is terrible.
Yeah.
As a
Palworld
video game
coming
industry.
in,
is going to innovate the game.
It's going to innovate it. They're going to have to do something. Now they have a company that can rival them, and I'm happy to see it.
Pocket Monster games are about to get good as shit.
Yeah, it's starting up the conversation again, so I'm curious to see what happens in the next
Make
year.
it good. If they made this shit handheld, if they made this on the Switch, instantly.
Well, that's another thing that I'm glad you brought that up. Last quick thing. One of my
Stream
friends
Deck.
was saying the hardware is so behind, bro.
Oh, he's true. That's right. There's a
Steam
Steam
Deck.
Yeah, they have the
Steam Deck. Yes,
yeah.
I know what you're talking about. It's
Oh, that would be cool on there, I bet.
bro, like games nowadays are just, or at least Nintendo is just lacking in the video game department because the Switch is still running on like PS3/Xbox 360 type of power and like hardware, bro. It's so far behind a PS5.
Even the OLED
and
is
new.
fucking shit.
It's not that
It's just
good.
better quality, like a better screen. That's all an OLED
That's
was.
the big thing. Like Switch is convenient because you can go from handheld
To
console.
Yeah.
Right?
Great
I don't
idea.
care if you separate them. Back in the day, whenever there was the Wii and we had the Nintendo 64, or not to Nintendo, the GameCube, right? Or they had DS and Game Boy. That was the heyday of Nintendo.
yeah.
They kept it separate and they knew what the fuck they were doing.
And then they
now they're
fucked up
trying
and
to
made the Wii U.
streamline everything.
The Wii U was garbage, bro.
Garbage.
Wii U
Biggest
was the
flop.
downfall of Nintendo.
The Wii was innovative. The Wii
see-
brought like that 3D kind of like VR, not VR, but
Infrared,
like,
like-
infrared technology.
PlayStation, they're not dumbasses, man. They do what they've been doing is they have that like mobile PlayStation now, don't they?
Yeah. You can play on your PlayStation from.
From your phone,
From
you
your
can
phone.
log into your PlayStation account and activate it on your phone. And Xbox has been doing the same thing too. Xbox and Microsoft, they may not have a handheld version of Xbox, but you can play almost any like Xbox games on your phone as long as you sign in and log into your Microsoft account and everything.
Yeah.
Like they're developing it in a different way. I don't think it would make sense for them to try and come out and compete with a handheld version the way Nintendo does. Nintendo dominates the handheld gaming industry.
Yeah,
They always
100%.
have.
They always have. That's their industry.
But that's what they're good at. Xbox and PlayStation are innovative, and they try like the whole integration they have with PC. Like your computer, dude, there is a Xbox Game Pass and a PC Game Pass. And those subscription services, you pay a monthly fee and have access to so many games for free.
That's
Palworld is free on there. I have the PC Game Pass and I can download it for free and I get to try out all these brand new games. And it's something better than trying to come up and compete with something that, granted, they already know what they're doing. There's no reason to compete. It's a waste of money in my opinion.
No, that's well put.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think this has been running for a little bit. Check out Palworld. Seriously, like if you even remotely like Pokemon, Ark Survival, Minecraft, or
Digimon.
Zelda,
Survival
Digimon,
games.
you'll like the game. Give it a shot.
Yep. With that, Alchemist out.
Alchemist out.